What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and this is the third video in a series where I cover what to do after you've got to a certain progression level. First we covered Uncollected, we covered Cavalier, now we're covering Thronebreaker. I hope you're ready. I am. 6.4.6 is down, you're now Thronebreaker. Let's get into what to do. First of all, that means you beat the Grandmaster. Congratulations, you're doing great. The hardest part, in my opinion, and many others, is probably over now. You can go into Act 7 safely. You need not as many counters to certain things. There's multiple bosses, there's multiple paths and lanes. And you can work your way through because you have 3 bosses to pick from. And that is really, really useful. We're going to show you in a second here. Because that means your roster variety can now be put to use. So Act 7, I've not explored Act 7 and I wouldn't recommend to do so. Similar to Act 6, I actually don't know if that rework in Act 6 made it a whole lot easier, so maybe it's worth it for the rewards, the updated rewards as well. Possibly, we've got to look into that. But if that's good, then do so. If it's easy, then do so. If Act 6 feels easy, get the rewards easy, get into Act 7 after. But getting Thronebreaker unlocks a couple things, and I think a couple quests, special quests especially, that could be really, really useful now. Hopefully by the time you got to Thronebreaker, you've now got 1 at least, maybe 2 7 stars. That would be really, really useful because we're gonna be able to get the Shooting Stars quest unlocked, or we have it unlocked now because we're Thronebreaker. And that means you can hop in here, you can, well, I'll press preview, but we can obviously go into the quest, and that means you can first of all do the lane that you need 0 7 stars for, and then you can also do the lane that you need 1 7 star for. Now if you have more grades, complete those lanes as well, but in the chests and on the paths you'll gain 7-star shards, a bunch of ISO, and from the rewards you'll be able to get Paragon crystals, stuff like that. It's a good amount of 7-star shards, especially early on, so pick those up. Don't forget about it. Complete as much as you can from the Shooting Stars quest, and you are well on your way getting to Paragon, because that is the next title up, and you need to be able to do 7.4.6 no tomorrow. In my opinion, Act 7 is just long. It is not hard, if that makes sense, but it can be hard if you rush it, right? You want to be able to do a chapter every once in a while. You know, do like 2 quests a day, maybe 1 quest a day, right? Just take your time. You don't need to rush to Paragon. There's no reason. Obviously, you want to progress, but take your time, please. Similar to Cavalier, you don't want to waste resources just because you were too greedy. Don't be greedy. Now, as you can see, the icons of the bosses are rotating on the main menu there. And I'll go in the quest and show you. Thank you. Zoom out. And you'll be able to see that there's a boss over here, a boss over here, and a boss over here. Now look up the easy path, or look at what boss seems easiest to you, because that is probably gonna be one of the factors that you need to take into account when choosing your path. But first of all, Act 7.1, the bosses. I like to do the Spider Witch. What is it? I think so. Spider Witch. The Spider-Gwen, Scarlet Witch. This one. Defender, Spider Witch. And on all the mini accounts, I choose this Sunspot path. Sorry. It's stun vulnerability, Footloose. Just take your time with Footloose. But yeah, do the stun and then attack. Sorry, I'm getting messages. I'm so sorry. Stun, then attack. Use that stun vulnerability to your advantage, and then go Spider Witch. Personally, unless you have a really good counter to the other bosses, but I think she's easiest. Then there's the Gwenperion. Check a video. She has different phases, and each and every phase has a specific way of beating it. Make sure you know the phases, and make sure you bring the right champions for that in 7.2. Also, similar to Act 6, there's chapter deals, so 7.1, 7.2, 7.3. Make sure to buy those, thank you, camera, make sure to buy those chapter deals as well. It's about 300 units. You get revives, you get energy refills, you get a bunch of potions and stuff. 7.1, 2, and 3. Great deals. About 300 units a pop. Make sure when you complete the chapter, you have enough units to pick that up, because it's definitely worth it. You're going to use them anyway, right? So 7.3, there's the Death May Die quest. It's Timeless Kang, and he's interesting. He also has some weird mechanics that you haven't seen before, similar to the Grandmaster, Gwemperian. There's phases, certain ways to beat the phase, and you should probably look up a video, because there's a lot to get into. Also, there are linked nodes that you can get rid of by beating set linked node. And I think, where did I go? Over here, Luke Cage. This was, for me at least, the easiest path. Poison vulnerability is really nice. So if you have poison champions, abuse those. Something like a Diablo would be really fun there, I think. Then 7.4, the big boy. 7.4.6 Kang. He slows down the game, speeds up the game. He has some weird mechanics as well. First phase is, well, the phases are a lot of debuffs and a lot of unique debuffs. And you also have phases for buffs and unique buffs. So make sure you have a champion that has a lot of debuffs, and make sure you have a champion that has a lot of buffs. It's basically what I'm saying here, because he has those phases. Similar to the Timeless Gang, he has linked nodes, and you want to look up a video for his phases for sure, because that's way too much. Way too much to all cramp into one video. Why am I this tired? I don't know. Why am I yawning this much? Guys, if you know, let me know. If you enjoy the series of me talking about what to do to a certain from a certain progression level to get to the next one, then subscribe to the channel. Drop a like if you haven't yet, because that is really appreciated. So 7.4.6 Kang is the Kang to beat. That means you get a lot of resources, but as Act 7 hasn't gone to rework yet, and Act 6 has, you are probably gonna, well, not get too much of use, but luckily for you, it's not as bad as Act 6. So Act 6 has better rewards, but Act 7 is also easier, so it's not too bad. Although Act 7, hopefully in the future, we'll see a rework in rewards as well. But that is Act 7.4.6 down, and that means if you have, because that is also a prerequisite for Paragon, if you have 3 6-star champions at rank 4, or 5 7-star champions at rank 2, obviously, but 3 6-star champions at rank 4, that means you are now Paragon. And we're going to talk about what to do after Paragon to get to Valiant in the next video. So take care. I'll see you guys soon. Join the Discord down below. Drop a like if you haven't yet. We have about 1,1400 people in the Discord. That could all help you out. And I'll see you guys there. Peace.